All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we are diving deep into something you see literally everywhere, but probably don't think too much about.
Mysterious.
It is. Okay, so I'm talking about AD, those two little letters that pop up after dates.
Ah, yes, AD, short for Anno Domini.
Exactly. You see it in history books, museums, all over the place. But have you ever stopped to consider what it really means?
It's actually a fascinating journey through time and culture.
That's what we're here to uncover. So let's get right into it. First things first, for anyone who needs a little refresher.
Of course.
AD stands for Anno Domini, which is Latin for in the year of the Lord. Basically, it's a way of counting years since the traditional year of Jesus' birth.
Right, so when we say something happened in, let's say, the 2nd century AD, we're talking about
Yeah,
the 2nd century after the year Jesus is believed to have been born.
like the Roman Empire reached its peak in the 2nd century AD.
Precisely, and what's amazing is how this system, tied to Christian history, became the way to organize time across so much of the world.
Okay, so how did that happen?
Well, we can trace it back to a monk who lived way back in the 6th century. His name was Dionysius Exiguus.
Whoa. Try saying that 5 times fast.
I know, right? But this guy, Dionysius, he was working on a new system for calculating the date of Easter.
And why was that such a big deal?
Easter's date shifts every year. It's based on the lunar calendar. Dionysius wanted a more consistent way to figure it out, and his solution was a calendar that used the birth of Jesus as its starting point.
So that's where AD comes in.
Exactly. And even though there's debate about whether he got the year right or not,
Oh, really?
yeah, there's some scholarly back and forth on that. But the point is, his system caught on, it spread through Europe, became adopted by powerful kingdoms, and eventually, centuries later, here we are, still using AD to talk about everything from ancient Rome to, well, modern times.
That's incredible. When you put it like that, seeing those two little letters on a museum plaque or something,
Yeah.
it really hits different. It's like a direct link back to this monk's decision 1,500 years ago.
A decision that shaped how we understand history, no less.
Totally. So we've talked about what AD means,
Right.
but how about how we actually use it in sentences? Any special rules or anything?
Well, AD itself doesn't really change form. It's always just AD, simple as that. But you'll often find it in fixed phrases.
Fixed phrases. What do you mean by that?
Think of it as a set combination of words that always go together. Like we say in 476 AD to mark the fall of the Western Roman Empire, it's always in followed by the year and then AD.
Ah, okay, I get it. So it's not on 476 AD or during 476 AD.
Exactly. It's always in with the year and then AD. It's just one of those little quirks of the English language.
The quirks that keep things interesting. Though speaking of changes, what about CE? I've noticed that popping up more and more, especially in like textbooks and stuff.
That's a great observation. CE, or Common Era, is gaining traction these days. It covers the same time frame as AD, but without the direct link to Christianity.
So 476 CE would be the same year as 476 AD.
Exactly. Using CE is often seen as a more inclusive way to mark time, acknowledging that not everyone follows a Christian worldview.
Makes sense. It's like language evolving to be more sensitive and representative of everyone, you know?
Absolutely. It's an important shift.
Definitely. So whether we use AD or CE, it's fascinating to think how these seemingly simple abbreviations can transport us through time.
Speaking of which, I have a fun thought experiment for now.
Ooh, I love those. Hit me.
Imagine we could hop into a time machine and zoom back to, say, the year 1066 AD. Can you picture it?
Okay, so 1066 AD,
Yeah.
right in the heart of the Middle Ages.
All right, so we're in a bustling medieval town. The streets are cobblestone, probably pretty muddy, right?
Most likely, yeah. And imagine the smells.
Ooh, yeah, good and bad, I'm sure.
Definitely. You'd have the aroma of baking bread from the local bakery, but also, the less pleasant sense of, well, life without modern plumbing.
True. And
Look,
people everywhere, right? Merchants hawking their wares.
absolutely. And look over there, a blacksmith hammering away at his forge, sparks flying everywhere.
Whoa, can you hear that clang, clang, clang? It would be quite a symphony of sounds, that's for sure. And up on the hill overlooking it all.
A majestic castle.
It's exactly a symbol of power in those times. And all of this whole vibrant scene unfolding in the year 1066 AD.
Wow, it really paints a picture, doesn't it? It's amazing how those two little letters, AD, can transport us back centuries.
It really highlights how central this system of marking time has become to our understanding of history.
Totally. So much more than just letters after a date. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
About what?
Well, we focus a lot on Western history, but how did other cultures mark time before they encountered this AD system? Like, what were their calendars based on? What were their reference points?
That's a fantastic question, and a great one to ponder as we wrap up our deep dive.
I agree. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I hope you learned something new about AD and maybe even see those two little letters in a whole new light now.
Until next time.
See ya.